Hey, this is Chris for JamPlay.com, and you're watching Lipe's Licks. We're on part 4 of this 8-bar composed guitar solo. And, every solo kind of needs the flying high lick. We've had a lot of flying high notes, a lot of target notes that are kind of dancing with the snare drum. And that's kind of the way this solo was composed, was really listening to the snare drum and the syncopations that are going on in this 8-bar section. Now, this last lick is really going to bring us down. You can hear the track after this lick happens. The 8-bar, flying high solo is done, and then the track goes somewhere else. So we really need to give it a ton here at the end. It's not all about speed, it's about careful phrasing, all right? So let me play this lick slowly so you can kind of get all the notes. Then we'll speed it up, and I'll kind of show you how it fits in context. We've just come off of this last lick, this ascending fifths lick. Then we got to move there. So just practicing that is kind of a big deal. Then we have a chromatic walk up. 10, position shift. Okay. Now, we're going to pull off, do some grace notes, but before we do, we need to move this finger down. Okay, then up 2 frets, pull off. Okay, let's do that slowly. I'll play the previous lick and then we'll get into this one. So there's our target note. That's that note that we're kind of going to hold out to bring us into the next lick. That's our bracket note or our target note. And then we end with a bend, whole step bend. One more time. Let's hear it with the track. So there you go. You've got context for that flurry of notes, that kind of drive it home lick. The next part, we're kind of coming down. We're getting ready for the track to go down into that kind of lower state, less energetic state. So we've reached our climax and now we're kind of coming down. Now the trick here is we've just come off this, that bend, and now we have to switch our fingering. You wouldn't have to, but it's nice to be in that comfortable position. This is a familiar position for a lot of guitar players. And this feels really great. You could do that without switching, but then it would make that little part kind of difficult there at the end. So in this lesson, we're technically doing 2 licks, but I really feel like they need to be practiced and joined together because of the way that you're coming from here and shifting your hand position. Okay, so let me play the whole thing slow so you can see exactly how it's done. On that sweet note at the very end. One more time. So here, once we get to this bend part, we really want to dig in here. Recognize that rhythm? It's the same one we did at the beginning. We're bringing it back with some different notes. And then we're doing alternate picking here. Let that note kind of bend down out of tune a little bit. And then we're playing these 4 notes. Okay, so. And I do it different at this ending every time. The point is that you're emphasizing these notes and then you hit that target note at the end and let it fade out. Okay, so this whole passage here. And then use your bar a little bit to emphasize maybe some rhythmic things going on in the track. All right, so let's hear the whole passage one more time with that first part. Okay, again, we're just borrowing. We're borrowing from the B minor pentatonic position here. This should be very familiar to most of you if you've been keeping track with this series. All right, so you have that first part, our chromatic grace note thing, and our, home run B minor pentatonic thing to end it. Joining those together is kind of a challenge, but you saw in context with the track how to do that. So thanks for watching these last 4 lessons. Hopefully you have some new licks for your arsenal, and this has given you some perspective on really honing into the particular nuances of the rhythm of the track and the chord changes, and choosing a part of the instrumentation like the snare drum or the syncopations to really choose how your solo goes, the direction that you take with it, the notes that you tend to emphasize, the things that you do to drive the band forward in a context like this. So thanks again for watching Lipe's Licks. We'll see you for more soon.